Good day. This presentation discusses the internal analysis to understand Alaska Airlines. Here is an overview of what we will cover in this video. To start, I'd like to share Alaska Airlines' history by decade. Alaska Airlines was established by Linus Mackey and Star Air Service. They formed Alaska's largest airline. They purchased Alaska Interior Airlines, and the carrier was later renamed Star Airlines. Star Airlines purchased several airlines in 1943, renaming it Alaska Airlines in 1944. In 1950, the airline purchased two Alaskan carriers. In the 1960s, Alaska Airlines was in the jet age and had a strong marketing presence. It later merged with Alaska Coastal Ellis and Cordova. In 1972, Alaska Airlines was on the verge of bankruptcy. However, the company improved customer service and on-time performance, turning a profit in 1973. Founded in 1985, Alaska Air Group acquired Horizon Air and Jet America Airlines. In the 1990s, Alaska Airlines, for the same price you just get more motor, resulted in record passenger traffic and increased profitability. Alaska Airlines in the 2000s transitioned to an all-Boeing 737 fleet. Since 2010, the airline has prioritized technological innovation, customer-first thinking, and social media communication. Alaska Airlines is committed to maintaining its long-held position in the airline industry.
Now let's move forward to critiquing the vision, mission, and values of Alaska Airlines. There is no mission and vision statement indicated on the company's official website, press release, or documents indicating that there is poor to no disclosure of vision and mission statement. However, Alaska Airlines claims that in everything they do, they are guided by their 5 core values, namely own safety, do the right thing, be kind-hearted, deliver performance, and be remarkable. These values are put into practice by Alaska Airlines. A perfect example of prioritizing safety was during the COVID-19 pandemic through their safety measures. Additionally, 117 Alaska Airlines employees received the Safe Operations Award and Recognition, or the SOAR Award, in 2022. Do the right thing was manifested when they, to name a few, supported hurricane recovery efforts in Puerto Rico by donating $25,000 as well as standing for racial equity and justice. Be kind-hearted was showcased when they stood against hate with the Asian American Pacific Islander community through offering anti-racism, bystander intervention, and unconscious bias training. They also advanced all forms of equity in their airplanes and workplace. Deliver performance was recently depicted in the fourth quarter and full year 2023 results, wherein Alaska achieved record annual operating revenue of $10.4 billion, announced agreement to acquire Hawaiian Airlines, and delivered industry-leading cost performance, among others. Lastly, Be Remarkable was demonstrated when a flight attendant of Alaska Airlines made a personal connection with a guest through a wonderful conversation, and as a result, the guest did something special and paid for the entire plane's food and drinks. All of these are only a snippet of the good deeds of Alaska Airlines. Nevertheless, they are enough to say that Alaska Airlines is certainly walking the talk. Next, we have the key personnel of Alaska Airlines. Here are the executives: the senior vice presidents, and the vice presidents.
Next, I'd like to discuss Alaska Airlines business model canvas. For value proposition, first, Alaska Airlines has demonstrated strong performance through tangible results. Second, Alaska Airlines has established a strong brand because of its success from a small regional airline to an international carrier. Third, Alaska Airlines offers a pricing value proposition. Fourth, Alaska Airlines reduces costs through various initiatives. Fifth, Alaska Airlines reduces risk. Its customer segments are leisure travelers, business and corporate travelers, and cargo shippers. For channels, for awareness and evaluation, Alaska Airlines promotes through its social media platforms campaigns that feature television, radio, newspaper, outdoor and transit advertisements, sponsorship deals, participation in conferences, and other media channels. For purchase and delivery, Alaska Airlines sells directly at alaskaair.com and through its mobile app. Alaska Airlines also has reservation call centers. Besides, Alaska Airlines partners with various traditional and online travel agencies. For after sales, customers with questions or concerns can refer to Alaska Airlines Help Center and quickly explore to find the information needed or contact and email its team. For customer relationships, Alaska Airlines' customer relationship is primarily of a personal assistance nature. Alaska Airlines also heavily depends on many systems to operate its business. It includes automated airline reservation system, website telecommunication systems, planning and scheduling, and mobile applications and devices. Besides, Alaska Airlines offers a loyalty program for anyone who loves to travel. Membership is free and it is easy to sign up. Alaska Airlines also invests in communities its employees, neighbors, and guests call home. Its revenue streams are passenger revenue, mileage plan revenue, and cargo and other revenue. Alaska Airlines uses a competitive pricing strategy. For key activities, first, Alaska Airlines assures aircraft quality by setting schedules and conducting preliminary inspections, maintenance work, and final inspections. Second, Alaska Airlines emphasizes award winning customer service. Third, Alaska Airlines does a wide range of marketing and sales efforts. For key resources, Alaska Airlines owns physical properties, including computer hardware, electronic devices, networks, flight telecommunications and other equipment, real estate, and of course, 231 Boeing 737 aircraft as of December 31, 2023. Alaska Airlines also owns trademarks, copyrights, patents, and data. And as of December 31, 2023, Alaska Airlines employed 20,144 active employees. For key partners, Alaska Airlines depends on Boeing as its sole supplier for aircraft and parts. Alaska Airlines partnered with 31 domestic and international airlines to extend flight booking offers, works with airport partners, connects with hotel, cruise, car rental, and everyday partners for its mileage plan frequent flyer program, offers two co-branded credit cards through a partnership with Bank of America, partnered with nonprofits that distributed donated miles to those who needed support to travel, partnered with industry experts who developed criteria for assessing credible, high quality carbon offsets and carbon removal technologies, launched a partnership with Choose, a climate technology company, relies on vendor partners for various services and functions critical to business, partners with a third party that conducts quarterly waste audits, and relies on authorities and travel agencies. For cost structure, Alaska Airlines has a cost-driven structure focused on minimizing costs wherever possible.
At this point, we have the puzzle analysis. First, for the political part, we have revisions and government regulations. These are to watch for because failure to comply with these government regulations not only jeopardizes safety standards but also exposes airlines to financial penalties and reputational damage. An example to these would be the Department of Transportation's revision to the Air Carrier Access Act, where emotional support animals would no longer be classified as service animals permitted to fly with passengers on commercial airlines under federal law. Next would be the political tensions. An example to these is the US China trade war that unfolded in 2019, which also posed significant challenges to the aviation industry due to its prolonged disruption of the global trade market. In that year, cargo traffic experienced negative growth for the first time since 2012, with demand declining by 3.3%. This decline represents a substantial setback for the aviation industry, leading to a 5% drop in yields from cargo activities compared to 2018. Next is the economic analysis. In 2017, Alaska Governor Bill Walker proposed tripling his state's fuel tax rates from 8 cents to 24 cents per gallon. Fuel costs as a significant operational expenses are subject to fluctuations in fuel prices, which can impact the business profitability. In the case of Alaska Airlines, fuel expenses in 2016, which were about $831 million, increased by $616 million in 2017, bringing the fuel expenses for that year to $1.4 billion. By 2018, they had increased to $1.9 billion. Next is the economic stability. Economics ups and downs affect how much people travel for business and leisure. When the economy is down, companies cut back on business travel, which means fewer bookings, especially on expensive routes used by business travelers. On the other hand, when the economy is doing well, more people travel for vacations. So airlines have to be ready to adjust their plans based on how the economy is doing. Next is the social cultural part. The COVID-19 pandemic changed how people think about staying healthy and safe. This affects how and when people travel, and the airline industry have to adjust how they operate. It has led to big changes in hygiene rules for the airlines. Active community engagements. By taking part in community events like the recent solar eclipse, businesses caught the eye of potential customers. For instance, Alaska Airlines promoted flights from San Diego, timed for viewing the April 8 solar eclipse. This shows that the airline is very dedicated to giving passengers special experiences. Now, for the technological part, the aviation industry relies a lot on automated systems to make things easier. This includes reservation systems and telecommunications infrastructure to website functionality, maintenance protocols, check-in kiosk, mobile applications, and more. To stay efficient and competitive in the changing aviation world, companies need to keep investing in rapid advancement of technology. Another is enhanced cybersecurity measures. The ongoing risk of cybersecurity breaches poses big challenges for airlines. If these risks aren't dealt with properly, it puts the airline's operations, reputation, and finance at risk. Any breach, whether it's in the airline system or those of its partners, can seriously hurt the company's operations and its standing in the industry. Next is the legal analysis. So, ensuring compliance with regulation is crucial for airlines to avoid legal issues and maintain their reputation. This includes following aviation rules, labor laws, and laws protecting consumers. For example, the recent incident like the one with Alaska Airlines, where a fuselage plug detachment resulted in significant damage mid flight. This highlights the need for strong quality control measures. So, a quick investigation and action, as seen with the Federal Aviation Administration's response to Boeing's quality control are essential to keep passengers safe and trust in the aviation industry. Lastly, for the environmental analysis, environmental issues, especially regarding carbon emissions and sustainability, are becoming more important in the aviation industry. Airlines need to follow environmental rules, invest in fuel efficient planes, and use sustainable practices to reduce their impact on the environment and keep their reputation as responsible companies intact.
Alaska has three well-known competitors. Their names are Delta Airlines, Southwest Airline Co., and the delisted one, which is the United Airlines. Alaska's financial performance between 2019 and 2023 saw fluctuations in net income influenced by varying revenue and cost trends, with operating income affected notably by pandemic related challenges in 2020. Non operating factors such as interest income and expenses, along with extraordinary items in 2021, also impacted net income, highlighting the need for robust revenue management, cost control, and adaptive strategies to navigate operational and non operational hurdles for sustained financial health. Alaska's balance sheet from 2019 to 2023 shows shift in asset allocation, liability structure, and equity composition. Notable changes include a decrease in current assets and a long-term debt proportions, alongside stability in retained earnings and an increase in common stock and additional paid-in capital. These alterations reflect the company's evolving financial position and stability. Alaska's cash flow fluctuated between 2019 and 2023 due to operational performance, non-cash expenses, capital expenditures, and working capital changes. The pandemic led to a significant downturn in 2020, persisting challenges despite some improvements in subsequent years, showcasing the dynamic nature of cash flow. For horizontal analysis in income statement, while revenue and expenses demonstrated growth over the 4-year period, the decline in operating income and net income raises questions about the company's operational efficiency and financial performance. The CAGR data indicates a concerning trend of declining profitability, which could be attributed to the faster growth in the expenses compared to revenue. Moving forward to the balance sheet, despite the stability in the year-on-year trends, the CAGR reveals the liabilities have been growing at a faster rate than assets, and shareholders' equity has experienced a decline in value over time. This indicates the importance of considering both short-term trends and long-term growth rates for a comprehensive understanding of financial performance and stability. In this cash flow, despite the fluctuations in year-on-year trend in cash flow from operating, investing, and financing activities, the CAGR data highlights concerning trends such as declining cash flow from operating activities and significant decreases in cash flow from financing activities, which may warrant further investigation in the company's financial health and strategies. For vertical analysis in income statement, so revenue as a percentage of total revenue decreased from 2019 to 2020, then gradually increased until 2023. Cost of revenue slightly decreased over the years, affecting the gross profit margin, which declined. SGA expenses remained stable. Operating income fluctuated significantly, and 2020 showed a loss. Net income before and after taxes also fluctuated, with 2020 indicating a loss and subsequent years showing a gradual recovery. For balance sheet from 2019 to 2023, current assets as a percentage of total assets decreased while PPE increased slightly. Goodwill and intangibles decreased as did other long-term assets. Current liabilities also decreased along with long-term debt. Other long-term liabilities also decreased. Retained earnings remained stable while common stock and additional paid-in capital increased. For cash flow as a percentage of revenue, operating activities marked by fluctuations in net income and depreciation notably decreased in 2020. Investing activities, including capital expenditures, varied significantly, while financing activities such as total cash dividends paid notably decreased. Despite fluctuations, the net change in cash remained generally low compared to the revenue. Presented are the key ratios for airline, followed by its interpretation. In this slide, we present the profitability metrics of Alaska and its interpretation of ratios. Presented here are the liquidity ratios for Alaska and its interpretation. In this slide are the leverage ratio and its interpretation for Alaska Airlines. Provided next are the operating ratios and followed by its interpretations. Lastly, on the slide are the DuPont analysis of the ratios for the Alaska Airlines. For this slide, we present the ratios for the available data for the specific segment of mainline in Alaska in comparison for the Alaska Air Group itself.
For the value chain analysis, we are guided by this diagram. Fleet planning involves maintaining a young operational fleet of Boeing 737 aircraft and Embraer 175 aircraft and executing single fleet transition to Boeing MAX aircraft. Flight operations include diversification of Alaska airline hubs, short and long haul flights, professional ground and gate crew, accessibility getting on board, single maintenance program, optimal network efficiency, high aircraft utilization, approximately 1,340 daily departures, 138 destinations, to name a few. For passenger service, we have limited services connecting flights, 4 options for travels, in-flight amenities, seat selection, being America's best customer service in 2023, and ranking third in 2018 Best Airlines Best Baggage Handling category. For marketing and sales, we have digital marketing, traditional marketing, brand campaign, and ranking third in the 2018 Best Airlines Low Airfare category. And after sales services, we have 24/7 contact centers. Moving forward to support activities for firm infrastructure, Alaska Airlines headquarters in Seattle, Washington. For human resource management, they manage a workforce of approximately 23,900 employees, recruit and hire talents, motivate employees through benefits and programs, as well as provide employees with appropriate training and development programs. For technology development, they adopt contactless payments, mobile passport verifications, innovative taxation, and use AI to optimize flight routes, among others. Lastly, for procurement, they source sustainable aviation fuel, procure Boeing aircrafts, negotiate with in-flight service and products providers, and have a supplier diversity mission. Now, for the strategies of Alaska Airlines, we have expansive West Coast network where Alaska Airlines, in partnership with One World Alliance, will expand and make infrastructure investments in different hubs. For efficient fleet, the competitive advantage of Alaska Airlines will be strengthened through low cost and high productivity, operational excellence, and strong partnerships, leading to $75 million annual cost savings. In compelling product, Alaska Airlines offers high quality products at a competitive fare, which appeals to a broader range of guests, whether they opt for first class or main cabin. The amenities are shown in the photo. For power brand and unparalleled loyalty, Alaska Airlines has incredible brand love from big brands, and they receive the following awards in the photo. Lastly, the resilient business model of Alaska Airlines makes their investment case strong. The next strategy is a climate strategy, which is a five-part path to net zero by 2040. First is the operational efficiency. Next is fleet renewal through new aircrafts. Third is the sustainable aviation fuels at a reasonable cost and scale. Fourth is a novel propulsion through electrified or hybrid regional fleet. And fifth is using credible carbon offsetting and removal technologies that fit our criteria where needed to close the gaps to target in future years.
At this point, we have the resources and capabilities. First one is the physical resources. So these include computer hardware, electronic devices, networks, flights, telecommunications and other equipments, real estate, and the aircraft. So using the VRIO framework, we can directly say that these resources leads to a competitive parity. So first, yes, it is valuable, but then it is not rare because other firms may have similar set of physical resources. Next one is intellectual resources. So using the same VRIO framework. So is the resource valuable? Yes, it is valuable. Is it rare? It can be considered rare because this data was all gathered from the operations of Alaska Airlines. And then it is also costly to imitate. And of course, the firm is organized to capture value. So that means the resource is considered to bring sustained competitive advantage for the company. So is the human resources or the human assets. So obviously they're valuable. Are they rare? So the group would like to say that they're rare because for the reason that they can't be easily bought and not immediately obtainable. So when you say human resources, these also encompass the skills, knowledge, experience, and relationships that an employee can bring to the company. And are they costly to imitate? So yes, they're also costly to imitate because their expertise are often developed over time through training, education, and on-the-job experience. So this makes it difficult for competitors to replicate. And the firm is organized to capture value. So this human resource is also considered to bring sustained competitive advantage for the company. Next one is the financial resources. So financial resources are obviously valuable, however, they are not rare because regardless of the amount and figure, other firms surely have their financial resources. So this resource is considered to bring competitive parity. So even though competitive parity is not the desired position for a resource, a firm should not neglect this resource because these are still essential for the company. Lastly is the partnerships. So partnerships are valuable and they are also rare because they necessitate aligning interest and formal contracts. For instance, Airspace Intelligence has exclusively partnered with Alaska Airlines to utilize Flyways AI. Moreover, replicating such collaboration is expensive, so it is very costly to imitate. And again, yes, the firm is organized to capture value. So partnerships are considered to bring sustained competitive advantage to the company. The following slides will show our overall critique about Alaska Airlines. And that ends our presentation. Thank you.